Will this beat my first strawberry wine? Let's find out. So we start off with 2 Camden tablets and a teaspoon of pectolose, straight into the mashed strawberries. I decided to mash them because I couldn't be bothered to blend them. I don't have a blender big enough. We leave that for 48 hours now, and that'll extract all the juice and goodness from those strawberries. I will leave the solids in there, but I've got to squeeze out all that juice from there first. I check the gravity, of course, of the strawberry juice just to see where we're at sugar-wise. So this lets me know how much sugar I need to add. I decided to add the sugar by increments, so I don't add too much sugar to the mixture. I don't want to get too high of a percentage, basically. Of course, measuring the gravity in between each increment so I know just how much I'm adding. I decided to add 480 grams in the end, which took it up to 0.179. Just the juice on its own was 1.040, so that would be good on its own just for a cider, but for a wine we gotta take that a lot higher. I was worried the bag of strawberries was going to add too much volume, but it only adds about 150 mils, so you're not losing a lot by putting that back in. The strawberry solids add a lot more tannins to the mixture, so that's why I want to leave it in for that extra mouthfeel. Now I've got the gravity to where I want it, I add in the yeast nutrients and the yeast. Now I'm happy that everything's in. I put the lid back on and oxidize it. This is also a good way to get out any frustrations you have in your life. Pop the airlock back in, and I left it for a week before taking the bag out. Airlock back on, and I've left that for another just over 2 weeks before racking it into a secondary container. Checking it again, and it came out to 0.999, so that's very good. Spoiler alert, it goes lower. It stayed in the secondary container for 3 weeks until I was happy with the clarity. After pasteurizing the wine, I tested it again and it came out to 0.991, which is extremely low. So I've decided now I will add the sweetener. I wish I had used real sugar. I realise now I should have used real sugar because I pasteurised it and there's no chance of it carbonating again. But, you know, we learn from our mistakes. So this ended up coming out to 1.021, which would be a medium dry wine. Finally, it's bottling time. And then we just wait for another 4 weeks and we can try our wine. Oh yeah. Okay, so it looks like I could just pull it out the top, but nope. That's still going to need to be corked. Yes, as you can see, it was very difficult to cork them again, but I am getting much better at it. This one doesn't show that I am, but I wanted to use one up that was corked terribly. As always, email me about my corking abilities, or decorking abilities, should I say. Oh, that was a nice sound. Always get a little bit of cork right at the top there. Should really get a sieve. Okay, I'll get something to wipe that off. I'll get a glass at the same time. I sat down to do a tasting video and realised I don't have a glass. Okay, so I've just wiped the top and it's all looking good. There's no cork visibly in the drink, so I'm not one to be all fancy and use the sieve really. Okay, let's hope I like it. Come on, let's do a bit more. I'll drink it even if I don't like it anyway. Right, and I thought I'd bring my other one. This was the 2-gallon strawberry wine as colour comparison. So obviously way more real strawberries were used in this. I used tinned strawberries in the other one, but I only used 5 tins of them. So it's, but it is still good. I would definitely go medium dry. Obviously, I prefer medium dry. So I would highly recommend doing that. But we'll see what this one's like. I'm loving the colour. Definitely prefer the colour to the other one. There was a lot of, when you're fermenting fruit, people say that there isn't really a smell. There's definitely a smell. It smells like ass for like a bit. So I found, was it right at the start? Usually it's right at the start when it's all kicking off. That's when the smell in the room will be the worst, especially if you don't have ventilation in the room. But yeah, as it goes on, it smells better. But I think it's the real strawberries. I think they just give off a really weird smell. Maybe it's just because I'm not used to smelling strawberries very much. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Okay, we've got some of Tesco's finest strawberries. They're not actually Tesco's finest, they're just strawberries, but I don't think they're too old. Okay. Yeah, it's the tanginess. It's just, imagine the tanginess of a strawberry. Get those out of the way now. Imagine the tanginess of the strawberry ramped up to like 11. That's like mostly the smell. So it makes you think it's like a funky, not very nice smell, but yeah, I think it's just the way the strawberries, go. Anyway, enough. Can't remember if I put tea in this. I don't think I did because there's supposed to be, nice voice crack for you. There's supposed to be tannins in the seeds and in the strawberries, but that first taste, it certainly tastes a lot better than it smells. Wow. I just wonder what you could do to offset the tanginess, really, because that's the most off-putting part of this. It's got some nice mouthfeel to it. Not as much as the other one, but I believe I did put tea in that one. I believe. I'll put it up there. Yeah, it's a lot of there's a lot of I like to give myself a lot of editing work to do, even though I hate editing. But wow, yeah. Now that I sit with this, the strawberry taste is so strong. Oh wow. I mean, this is just like drinking strawberries, which I suppose it is. We managed to get the strawberries. You want to get them right at the end of the season when they're being sold off. Tesco had them for £4 for a kilogram of strawberries, which if you're not from the UK or never buy strawberries, it's usually £2 or, let's see, how much is in that? There you go, just over £2, let's say, I can't remember the exact price, for about 200 grams, or 227 grams for being that precise. So yeah, this would be an extremely expensive one to do off season. But yeah, when you're at the end of summer, wow. I just wish there wasn't that smell. It's definitely, it must be the tanginess, because I left this sitting for a long time. I mean, and it's definitely not mold or anything like that. Okay, I guarantee you, I would not be drinking this if there was mold on it. It was completely clear, just like bubbles, when they sit at the top. Other than that, yeah, it's it's been fine. It's just the smell of the fermentation is can get pretty pongy, let's say. I don't mean ping pong or beer pong or pong the video game. But yeah, that's really nice. That was about 11%. Um, and yeah, I mean, for a wine, that's amazing. I would buy that in the shop in a heartbeat. Obviously, it would be a lot more expensive than your average wine because strawberries are so expensive. Yeah, it's the same with grape. Trying to buy grape juice in the UK is quite difficult. It's very expensive. So it's probably £2.80 for a litre. So, when you need like pretty much 5 litres for a drink, then the price ramps up quite a lot. But I'm tempted. I'm tempted to give it a try. Maybe if Costco has got grape juice, then I'll try that. But yeah, I think really it just needs to age. I suppose you could use oak or wood or whatever people use wood-wise to age it. I'm not going to bother with that, I don't think. I've never tried that myself, so. But this is very nice on its own. It's just, yeah, I think maybe it just needs to sit longer, age longer in the bottle to get rid of that strong, pungent smell. The mouthfeel is pretty on there. It is I would say it's probably a little bit more. I've had too much now. It's probably a little too watery for my taste. I would like it a little bit more. What's the term? Astringent, I believe the term is. Other than that, I would definitely give this another go when the strawberries are cheap. So maybe I'll do 2 gallons next time. And otherwise, I'll give the canned strawberry a go, do 10 of them. But then again, that is, getting expensive too. What's that going to be? £16 just for the strawberries? So, yeah, it's... cats are freaking out now because they haven't had food yet. They don't realise what daylight savings time is. Oh. Bloody cats. I'm going to go beat them up now. Bye! They try and get away from me, but it doesn't work. Go on, give this a smell. You're a man now. Yes? No, you don't like it. He's pushing it away with his foot. Not cat approved, sorry. Anyway, bye.